Okay. Testing, testing. Alright, well, hopefully... I have no fucking idea. Whatever. I'm going to post the link one more fucking time. Just one more time. Hi, Bucket. Now it's showing up. Cool, thank you. Although, the scroll doesn't really seem to want to capture the thing. This always happens. Why? There we go. I'm trying so hard to get better at streaming. Hi, Bucket. I know that you want attention so badly, but I am kind of broadcasting at this very, very moment. Hanging out, chilling, relaxing. Let me see. I don't know what filters to add to audio output capture. I should probably ask Ender. Jeez, what the fuck is going on with my headphones? Testing, testing. Alright. I don't know what's up with this fucking crackling, that's really annoying. Bucket, what is your deal? He wants attention so bad. Dude. He's such a little goblin. Okay, this looks like a fun thing to watch. I'm honestly just gonna try putting the same filters on audio output capture that are on audio input capture and see if that improves anything, because this sounds kind of like shit, and I really hope that it helps. Let's see. Just doing a little bit of audio editing. You know what? I think I'm actually just gonna change this stream name for a bit. We're just gonna chill, just relax. The fucking stream manager is so annoying. Alrighty. Hopefully that works. Gosh, I'm really hating how this audio is sounding. What do you want, Bucket? Oh my god. He is being a little bit annoying. Alright, so... Maybe that'll make it sound a little bit less shitty, but I have no idea. Yeah, let me know if that improved the quality of anything. Bucket wants attention so ridiculously bad. He always wants me to play fetch with a hair tie. Like, all the time. It is never ending. This is so loud as fuck. Okay, so now it hurts my ears less. Alright. So, in my invisible secret window, that's only for me, and very secret, I'm actually going to look into topics, and I just looked all the fuck around myself for my PlayStation remote, and it was on my leg. I'm also gonna turn this the fuck down, because it comes through on my headphones, and I don't want it to. So, that looks fun. There were other things that looked interesting. We could go through some YouTube shorts, but honestly, I don't really want to. Oh, I wanted to use this and react to it, because I thought that was an interesting topic. It's a topic I'm, like, relatively passionate about. It's like recycling and whatnot. And it's something that's always bothered me, so I want to talk about it in, like, just, you know, go over the... Oh my gosh, this is so fucking cringe, I wanted to go over it so bad. It's... I wanted to go over Mutahar's coverage, because Mutahar's great. And also just kind of, like, do a blind react. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that I've just kind of been avoiding watching off-stream, because... you know, I thought it would be fun. Gosh, I wish people would stop fucking talking about the boys' podcasts. Unless they start talking about it in the context of, like, how child modeling in general is creepy. And, like, I don't know, the specific ad by itself, I don't know, it was really stupid. It's all very stupid. Oh, that looks interesting. Somebody made an entire chess set out of scratch. I've attempted to do that many times, but I stop liking the designs that I'm making happen every time. That might be an interesting video to watch, the making of, Hades. I wonder what Suzume is. I don't feel like watching the trailer, though. It's on Crunchyroll, and, like, all those anime companies are all fucking ridiculous about, copyright junk. Don't even want to touch the shoe on head trauma. It's so stupid. Making an essential earth tool for... Oh. I really feel like I have to react to some level of coverage on the Elon Musk situation, just because, you know, my biggest clip on this channel is one of me making fun of Elon Musk, so it might be worth it to react to the latest sort of thing that happened, because I'll be honest, it's kind of fucking hilarious. Like, it is so pathetic and really, really funny. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Let's see. Let's look at my history. Fuck it, what? What is your problem? Oh my gosh, this looks so funny. I really want to react to this. It looked so stupid and funny that I needed to. I think Bucket has the hiccups or something. Just a second. Fuck, it has hiccups, and I worry like so much about that cat. So, you know, every time he starts like fucking twitching or lurching or whatever, I'm like, oh my god. However, he also has a habit of just like horking down his food as fast as possible, and you know, sometimes he'll just straight up vomit, but sometimes he just gets hiccups. I don't know why he insists on that. Let's see. Just looking through some shit. Alright, yeah, I definitely have to react to that, because that's really fucking funny. The Elon Musk Dave Chappelle thing, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. And I actually, like, I've listened to other people cover it, but I haven't actually seen the footage myself. But from what I hear, it's... oh gosh, it's painful. Like, so painfully cringe. Which is hysterical, and I can't wait to actually see it and make fun of it. Because, goddamn. Let's see. Let's see. I'm like trying to find stuff that I actually like genuinely wanted to do sort of reacts to and whatnot, because I know that I had like a lot of things that I was like, oh wow, this would be like great to watch on stream, but fuck me if I don't watch a lot of political shit that I don't want to review on stream, especially because it would just be like react section, and that would be stupid. But goddamn, I know that there was stuff somewhere around here. It's also frustrating that there's like that little, fucking... gosh, I don't even know. That little thing, the little stuff. It like auto-plays a bunch of shit that you didn't actually want to watch, and then it's just kind of fucking logged up with garbage. It's kind of annoying. I'm just trying to find oh my god, I don't think that shorts are bad, but I think that they are poorly integrated. The way that they are, like, I feel like on mobile they're like well sorted, so you don't have to kind of like slog through shit tons of short content. But holy fucking shit. It's the worst. Oh right, there's like a Z-Frank thing that I wanted to react to. I gotta find that shit. I didn't get started early enough, so, you know. Like, I should have done all of this like a fucking hour earlier or so, but, you know, that's just how it be. But, you know, I don't mind just chilling, looking through some stuff. Actually looks really interesting. You can do a couple science segments. I like doing science segments.
Thanks to Brilliant for supporting this.
I don't know if y'all could hear that. Okay, let's see. There's definitely other things. Gross, mosquito larvae. I hate those. Oh man, my fucking back. I need to get like a proper desk and everything, because I am not sitting good. I'm on the floor crouched in front of like a laptop and a monitor, and also a fucking huge ass TV. Like, I cannot stress that this thing is that dang huge. That actually looks really interesting.
Just wanted to talk about the feet for a second.
Just wants to talk about the feet for a second. Let's see. Ah, here's what I was looking for. There we go. I'll be real, I don't know how to tell, like, what's fine. Hey, I paused you. I'm gonna stay away from reacting to any Nintendo stuff because they are pretty fucking slap happy. This is a fucking bop, ain't it? There was also... I was like looking back at it, and let me think, what was it? VatiVidya did a video, you know, covering the Armored Core game. So, you know. I actually wanted to watch through that on stream because it looked like he had like a lot of interesting information to bring to it. But let's see. What? 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 Bucket has so many opinions, I swear. Oh. Not the window I meant to scroll on. I don't know if I want to watch Smotown content on stream, just because, like, the way that he covers the content is so, like, good that I feel like I wouldn't have anything transformative to add to it. Hey, someone drew a dick on a cup of coffee, what the fuck? Alright, let's see. Gosh, I keep getting videos about this stupid Balenciaga shit. I don't care. It's so dumb. Like, I'll be real, I think it's just a nothing burger. Unless you want to get into the fact that, you know, the child modeling industry is fucking weird in general, and you shouldn't do it. But, you know, that's just kind of my take. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, I'm opening this in a new tab. We're just going through, looking for stuff. I'm also happy that Elden Ring got Game of the Year. Or, I think it did. I haven't, like, entirely checked, but I just kind of assumed it did. I was like, yeah. I mean, if it didn't, I'm not gonna be super embarrassed over it, but, like, I don't know. I just... Elden Ring and Bill Clinton, damn. Fucking hilarious, Muda. Oh my gosh, did they change the Bayonetta style? That's so interesting. Wow. Interesting. Bucket, what? What is your deal? He really just wants attention, and I feel like he's just gonna, like, switch and bite on me, like, all of a sudden, because he fucking does this. I think he wants me to throw the hair tie again. It's like, dude.
Please listen carefully.
This is a fucking bot. What? What? You are so fucking needy, Bucket.
Hello to the Daily Bug.
It's like a whole fucking drama thing. Bucket, I don't know what you want. He has been fed. So far as I can tell, he is watered. I don't know why he's freaking out like this. Alright, well, I think I have, like, a decent number of things just to, like, check out, and we can even, like, troll around in the, related tabs. Oh, wait, I never found that Vati video clip. Hold on, not clip, it's, like, a whole thing. I feel like Vati is gonna be like one of the biggest channel. Yeah, don't have to like scroll very far to get to his video. I was watching his video and I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks like so good, like such a good video to talk about and, you know, like do whatever with. So, you know. Why is it doing this? Well,
Jazz Club.
I think that my stream just like had a moment. Like my whole fucking computer had just a second. But that's just fine.
Okay.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. We are going to be reacting to what I think is regular show-based content. Hold on, is it actually Cartoon Network or... No, it's not Cartoon Network. I don't think it should be copywritten. I have to react to that because my biggest clip is of me making fun of Elon Musk. And I like making fun of Elon Musk because I've been doing it since before it was cool, because he's a fucking loser. We are going to be talking about dinosaurs today, because I like dinosaurs. Who doesn't like dinosaurs? Yeah, we're going to be talking about dinosaurs, we're going to talk about Mars, we're going to talk about centipedes, because of course.
Did you went to the screening of Pull My Daisy?
And let's just throw that up there, but I'm going to keep this up for just a little bit longer. And I'm gonna mute myself for just a minute while I, grab my coffee, because I totally forgot to do that earlier. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. Thank you. Alright, people let me sneak through. Here a little bit right now. We're kind of giving the drummers some love. The people in it that there is right now, man. Right now, about, I mean, it's 20 feet wide. Tons of people packed in there, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Was the great Lester Young.
Alright, we're back. And Bucket stole my seat. So, I was gonna sit back there, but there's a 15-pound cat in the way. I swear, I've asked his vets and whatnot, like, you know, oh, is he okay? Should he be this big? And, like, they're just like, yeah, no, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with his weight or whatever. He's good. But anyway, sorry if this... Oh, I'm just gonna pause this. This is a nice point in the music to pause, I think. Switch over. Hello, how y'all doing? Hi. We are back within the Temple of Kelopyron, and let's get started. So, going to show the React window. And... let's watch this trailer for Wizard with a Gun. Because this looks interesting. It's by Devolver Digital. So yeah, go check that out. I think that it looks cool. So, all right. Can y'all hear that? Okay, I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. This actually looks really cool. Alright. I really like sort of the direction they're taking. Like, these characters all have, like, very, personalized, like... I don't know, the gear is just very, very significant, and it, like, tells a lot about, like, who these characters are and like, what they do. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so... I said some shit about gun nuts yesterday, and I maintain there are gun nuts that are fucking unacceptable human beings and pieces of shit, and who just, like, make people around them feel very uncomfortable. But I still like guns and I think they're cool. So, like... I think that this kind of shit's cool. I really like the concept of sort of like taking magic and putting it into, oh, it's sandbox. Sandbox survival like Minecraft, but with fucking wizard guns. Okay, I like this less than the animations, but this looks like it might be fun. I've never liked the sort of like big head, little body kind of look, but this does look pretty interesting. This looks like a relatively low-level gameplay at the moment. But this looks like it might be fun. Yeah, fuck it, I'll play it. Wizard with a Gun looks fun. Okay, well that looks like a square egg. Well, that was pretty cool. So I think that Wizard with a Gun looks, you know, cool. But anyway, I thought that this Illuminati video would be interesting to react to because she has like a lot of really good insights and like, you know, does a lot of really good research, I think. And this is something that's like always bothered me. It's always really pissed me off. You know what, I'm just gonna like play a little bit before I start the video just because, you know, yeah. It's always really pissed me off how, you know, oh man, well, that was bad. It's always really pissed me off how corporations push the whole, like, recycle, you know, do your part, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they're just offloading the management of their waste to the people who have no choice but to use it for survival. Like, one of the key things about plastic waste is, like, a class divide, honestly. There's, like, a class of people, and we are part of that class of people. We have to use temporary things. We have to buy disposable things, because it's the only thing that's, like, cheap enough. However, at the same time, the lack of quality items and quality things to, like, buy that will last us a long time at reasonable prices is, like, it forces us into like having to buy temporary things, having to buy disposables and all that, and that just contributes to the waste problem. So it's not our fault. We are not making the plastic waste. We're not producing it. We are being drowned in it. They're making it and then like forcing us to pay to be buried in it. And then when we don't recycle hard enough, when we don't spend time out of our day that's inundated by their corporate bullshit that they like overflow us with, like when that's what, like, basically recycling takes fucking effort and energy, you know? And like honestly, most things can be recycled, and the whole like, you know, oh, it's dirty so we can't recycle it thing is really fucking bullshit. So I always thought that it was really ass that corporations would offload the cleanup for their waste onto us as consumers, when we as consumers, due to the current socioeconomic status of our world, basically have no choice but to buy the plastic wrapped temporary shit. And then the corporations are like, oh, well, now you have to figure out which one of these plastic wraps are, you know, specifically eligible to be properly disposed of, and which are just going to go into the local landfill and inevitably spread into your backyard. Like, literally. It's, I don't know. It all rubs me the wrong way. It all pisses me off. And this is why I wanted to watch this video with y'all. So here we go.
the end of the 1970s, most people have been convinced that stopping climate change was something everyone was responsible for. Not the corporations or a select few, but everybody. Slowly but surely, people became obsessed with doing their part. As advertisements came rolling down saying things like people started pollution, people can stop it, most people began making changes to their everyday lives in order to make...
Exactly. People started pollution and people can stop it. But the thing about that is that, like, specific people, like, started... Oh my god, has this all been muted? Have the videos been muted, like, this entire time? Shit, I'm gonna check the stream manager and see if I've just been streaming with egg on my face this whole time. Streaming with egg on my face time. Oh, I can't go back and watch the VOD because, who fucking knows? Anyway, let's see. Video capture device media file. Fuck, it hasn't been capturing any of that. Damn it. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, we watched Wizard with a Gun. It probably had no audio. But let's... Audio output capture? Is that it? Audio input capture is definitely going. Audio output capture. I might have just scrolled by it and, like, fucked up.
make the world a better place.
Okay, it's fine. Fuck. Alright. Anyway, but yeah, so, now that I know that the audio is working, I didn't want to just, like, keep streaming if we can't hear what she's saying. Yeah, people started pollution, but, like, specific people. Like, not just, like, humans in general. Like, there were specific people who cultivated the circumstances that force us all to be complicit. And, like, we can't solve the problem by just nebulously blaming every single person who's been coerced into the system that rewards pollution and climate degradation. We have to identify the specific people in society, that being the ones who are actually rich enough to be the owners of these corporations, you know? These people have names. There's like a list of the richest people in the world, the people who own the most things. You can go onto the company websites and find their names. It's not like some big conspiracy. There's no ethnic group that controls everything. There are specific people who are rich in the world, all over the world. There's all different kinds of super rich people who have money because they've treated all kinds of people really, really horribly. And so they have all this money, and they use this money to force us into situations where we have to use the garbage, and we have to sit in the garbage, and we have to manage the garbage. And they don't manage the garbage, even though they're the multi-trillion-dollar company that produces the garbage. So, you know, that's just my take on it. Let's continue the video. Oh, come on.
First, there was recycling. As you stroll through the grocery store, you look at the bottom of every plastic item plastered on the shelves. Those little arrows that all of us have come to know indicated that this item was safe to be recycled. Or at least most of us thought. But that's great. All of a sudden, you feel like you're doing your part. You drink your milk and soda, eat your candy out of a little plastic container, and feel vindicated knowing that
Yeah,
as long
see,
as you
it's
put it
just
back
like
in your
all
little green bin,
garbage.
you're doing what's necessary to slow climate change.
Exactly.
So what if I told you
Fucking
most of that
exactly.
was a lie? Sure, some things are recyclable, but not nearly as much as you would think. To make matters even worse is that the industries who came up with this recycling plan knew this. In fact, recycling was all one big advertisement campaign promoted primarily by the plastic industry for one reason and one reason alone: to sell more plastic. And that's right, the individual responsibility of doing your part for the climate has been pushed by corporations for decades. Meanwhile, as they
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I've been saying this for fucking decades. Like, it's all lies. They are lying. The corporations are fucking lying. They're lying to everyone. Lying all the time. It's the corporations. The fucking people who, you know, the people like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos, like, they're fucking lying. They lie about so much shit. There's like so much misdirection, there's so much misleading marketing, all of it. And recycling has just like been a part of it. Like, oh man. And it frustrates me so much when people are like, oh, you like need to recycle, and it's just like, why are we making so much plastic? There are so many different materials in the world, so many different things that can last as long as they need to and then like return to the soil, return to the environment. But they don't, because they just don't fucking care to. They have all the money in the world and they can't be fucked to save the world. I don't know why the play button isn't working on my headphones. This is very annoying. I hope that my headphones are still working even. Okay, yeah, they're still fucking working. Great.
continue biggering, their impact on pollution grows right along with them. As we are turning away straws, rethinking how we heat our homes in the dead of winter, and pledging to take fewer trips on airplanes, the top companies are responsible for nearly 70% of greenhouse gas emissions. Sure, individual responsibility is important, but it's also a lot. Even if every individual did exactly the right thing to fight the growing climate crisis, it couldn't make up for the damage caused by the corporations.
Exactly. Like, you can't, like, stem bleeding from a stab wound if somebody is, like, actively creating more stab wounds. They are responsible for 70% of it. That means that if every single person, every single consumer, like, just stopped, like, using the stuff, these people who are unimaginably rich, who have unimaginably more money than you, like, they're still going to use all of those resources to poison everything you know and love. And then they're gonna keep telling you it's your fault.
But with careful messaging, fancy little ad campaigns, and deliberate disinformation spread to the masses, even the best of us have been fooled into thinking of pollution through an individualized lens. So, how exactly did they do it? How did companies fool the world and change the narrative on the climate crisis? What is the real story of pollution?
Toxic individualism. That's what I call it. Toxic individualism. People have this idea that, like, you have to be entirely independent and stand completely alone as, like, your own isolated monolith, and you shouldn't need anyone or ever rely on anybody or ever be held accountable for your actions outside of your, like, intentions. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you have to, I'm not saying that we all need to conform to, like, one idea of this, that, or the other thing. Like, there's environmental hygiene, And this is housekeeping. This is communal living. We all live on the same planet, so we all have to be relatively conscious of each other. So, like, this idea, like, it means that you can't change the world by yourself, and you can't, like, you can't change the world by yourself, and other people also have, you know, things that they have done and consequences to their actions. Like, people need to be held accountable, and they need to be held accountable in, like, a responsible and evidence-based fashion. Because, like, there's all these different things and scandals and controversies and stupid fucking dramas and sensationalized culture war things that just are based on made-up bullshit from the right. Made-up bullshit from the right. I will be explicit. Republicans made up so much bullshit just to throw at so many people for such stupid reasons so that we would feel like it's always our responsibility to take on everything in the world. Like, you know, if you see something wrong with the world, you change it. But that's not how you have to do it. You can rely on people. You can have, like, groups of people who work together, who make the world a better place together. You don't have to go it alone. And that's part of what the recycling industry has done to us, is made us think that we always have to go it alone. We have to address every problem by ourselves, and we have to be like this individual monolithic maverick of our surroundings. And if we are not personally behaving or like acting as if the world we want already exists, then we are failing. Because you can't change the world just by pretending the world is the way you want it to be. And the recycling industry has sold us a lie that the world is a certain way when it's not. And the way that lie has been sold has made it so that we believe that it is our personal failing because the environment is changing and undergoing devastating catastrophes. So anyway, let's continue the video.
Hello and welcome to the Corporate Casket. I'm the Illuminati, and today we're going to be looking into how companies trick the world into believing that pollution was an individual issue rather than their own. And I know that's rich coming from the Illuminati, but bear with me because this is no conspiracy.
I like her name. I think it's very funny.
Let's travel back in time to the 1940s, when the first landfill, aptly named Fresh Kills, opened in the United States. At the point of its opening, American consumers were becoming increasingly reliant on the use it and throw it away model.
Yep. It's not inherent to our being to just use things up and throw them away. And the fact that it's named First Kills, like, holy shit. Yeah, garbage kills. Like, we're just being constantly drowned in, like, plastic bottles and plastic wrap and, like, plastic to-go containers, plastic everything. Like, we've made it for so many years with, like, sustainable paper like bamboo and just like other fast-growing plants that are renewable and that actually benefit the environment to break down into the soil and prevent, you know, the just ridiculous buildup of all this garbage. Like, this is an anti-garbage stream. Just like, oh my gosh, I try so hard not to buy things that... Oh shit. But, yeah, it's... Oh shit. Fuck me, this guy is, rough.
Water
anyway.
bottles, straws, and much more were developed for one-time use rather than sustainability. And before long, Fresh Kills became a symbol of not only American consumerism, but American waste. Fast forward a couple more years, and those same people that had become a...
Damn it! Oh man, okay, nothing to do with the video. I mean, like, also, yes, damn it about the video. That's very frustrating, but fuck! That was stupid on my part. I should have remembered that that area is a lot slimmer than it is. But anyway, yeah, see? See? Using shit and throwing it away became like a status symbol. They tricked poor people into thinking that buying low quality garbage is a symbol of status, so that when the rich people have all the nice things that last their entire fucking lives and have the money to have like artisans make custom shit for themselves while we all have to deal with mass produced garbage, they convinced us that the mass produced garbage is the high class and like high society modern shit. So yeah, and like it's the same concept with diet culture, if I'm being honest. They've convinced us that it's glamorous to starve so that we'll be contented to do it. That's the whole fucking thing. That's how it is. They convince you that suffering and living in poverty and shit is the good path so that you're happy to do it for them and so that they can live the good lives while we all suffer. And by they, I mean billionaires and trillionaires. CEOs, company owners, business owners, managers.
Accustomed to the way of one-use living were starting to grow concerned. Slowly but surely, people started to think, with millions of people throwing out an ungodly amount of trash every day, where is it all going? And more importantly, what was it doing to the environment? As American activists quickly began to learn what throwaway products were doing to the environment, they joined together to make it all come to an end. Earth Day. It became a day of protest, and consumers turned activists had one plan: point the finger at the industries responsible. Suddenly, the plastic industry as a whole was under fire and feared that life as they knew would soon change. By the 1970s, they were working under the assumption that their very business model would soon be severely impacted by bans or increased legislation.
And it should have been. It really should have been. And that's the problem with like the sort of neoliberal co-opting of these protests, is that these protests need to be inherently anti-establishment. And like neoliberal like Democrat politics are just based on civility and making everything civil. And the only thing that civility does is make it so that people who are engaging in genuinely abusive and destructive behavior have like a pretense to just continue doing it as long as they're being civil. So fuck civility. Make noise. Be rude. Like, for real. Fuck it up. Be loud. Be angry. And don't, like, restrict your protests to the allowed protest days, to the allotted licenses and shit. I mean, don't break the law, of course, but protests should be disruptive. Protests need to be disruptive in order to effect change. That's how it needs to be. Otherwise, nothing gets done. Because if the CEOs and the billionaires and the trillionaires and the people that keep you underfoot by paying you scraps compared to everything they have, those people can plan around it. They can make sure that it doesn't affect them. They can make themselves look good so that they can stand with the approved protests. And then they get to just skirt by because, you know, we've all decided that they're the woke good CEOs who stand by our causes and put rainbow flags on their profiles, except in like Saudi Arabia and like China and all those places. You know, no gays there. Whatever. But yeah, protests need to be disruptive. You can't just co-opt Earth Day, because now Earth Day is just like a polite thing that we do to acknowledge that our way of life is unsustainable. It's a ritual of doom. Like, without anything behind it, we are just enacting a ritual of doom.
So they did what any major industry does at a time of crisis. They changed the narrative. Instead of taking responsibility for their own actions or, you know, maybe changing the product a bit, they decided to do something else. Put the blame on the people.
Exactly. That's what they always fucking do. They always blame us every single fucking time.
Millions upon millions of dollars in advertising.
Always the poor people's fault for everything the rich people do.
That recycling could save the earth, and plastic could be and should be recycled. They released
plastic shouldn't exist.
Similar to the "Only You Can Stop Wildfires" campaigns. Only this time, it was bullshit. The Keep America Beautiful.
Even the Only You Can Stop Wildfires campaigns have a sort of abstinence-only approach to fire management, which, as with all abstinence-only approaches, is ineffective and dangerous, because people don't learn what it actually means to, like, manage a fire, to understand how to deal with a fire when it crops up. And like the same here of like, you know, only you can prevent climate change. Like, nah, you gotta understand where climate change comes from. And it comes from the richest people on the planet. It comes from the military industrial complex. It comes from all of these politicians pitting us against each other rather than allowing us to take a moment, understand that there are no real divisive lines between us as humans, and we need to focus on the actual big picture. But the problem is that they put us in danger if we fail to deal with things like all of this fucking LGBT fear mongering and racial divisiveness and everything. Like, it's all systems that are put in place by rich people, by politicians, by lobbyists who fuck us over every single day and force the garbage down our throats.
Campaign swiftly swept the nation. Together, companies like American Can Company, Owen Illinois Glass Co., Coca-Cola, and Dixie Cup created a plan to push the environmental crisis onto the consumers rather than themselves. Their advertisements
Exactly. Those fucking companies, the ones that she just listed, those are the names, the perpetrators, the people who are fucking us all over, the people who are making sure that we have to just sit in the garbage. I'm gonna edit the stream info because I'm getting really into politics. But anyway, I'm gonna change the category to Elden Ring also. Anyway. Damn it, did I just fucking clear all my tags? Oops. I'm like so fucking bad at why are there so many English tags? Did I spell English wrong? How the fuck do you spell English? What the fuck? Whatever. Sure, okay. I don't know what that tag is. Cool. Alright. Still not working. Okay, I think I got it. The mobile interface for stream management is very frustrating. But anyway, so now that we have actually edited the stream info, hopefully... Yeah, that's what we're getting into. But yeah, so let's continue.
Legendary, and their Crying Indian commercial, which showed an Italian actor portraying an indigenous person, moved everyone who saw it.
What the fuck? No! Betrayed! I can't... No! Oh my god! As an Italian, I'm so fucking disappointed. Dude. Asshole! Fuck!
Yes, it is as horribly politically incorrect and exploitative as you're picturing it in your head. Now, as a tear streamed down the actor's face, the now infamous commercial ended with the line, "People start pollution, people can stop it."
Specific
and, well,
people
there
started.
It is. That was the whole episode.
My god.
Great seeing you guys. We'll chat in the next one. But no, seriously. Truthfully, It was not their company's problem, the ones, developing the products that were causing these issues. It was the consumers. All of the blame had been shifted with just some careful PR work. And before long, the industry had everyone convinced that they were working with environmentalists and towards a solution. They certainly were not the ones causing the problem. But of course, they knew this wasn't true. It was just good business. The top official,
Yeah, it's always just good business. There's no good fucking laws to regulate businesses. There are no good laws to regulate businesses. They are all half-assed.
Then they're not going to be as concerned about the environment. While the plastic industry pushed recycling as the solution to a growing problem and promised that this could save the future and the environment, they knew this wasn't the truth. Internal memos at the time discussed the infeasibility
They just
of recycling,
lie and lie and lie and lie.
Still, they didn't care, and this new push towards recycling was keeping them alive. So as the plastic industry continued to shove out its messaging and even sponsor recycling products, they just kept basically printing money, selling the very thing they claimed to be against while thrusting all the blame onto their consumers. Now they looked like the good guys. They could continue producing their products without interference and convince the world that they were also the solution. The bans or regulations that they had been worried about in the beginning had been successfully avoided, pushed to the side as the plastic industry convinced the country that they were doing everything in their power to protect the environment. As one top executive at the time told Frontline, it was a win-win. So for almost 50 years, the industry went on virtually unchecked, with individuals taking the responsibility of recycling into their own homes, and everyone thought that was the most being done to protect the environment. But in recent years, we've begun to learn the truth. Recycling wasn't doing nearly as much as we thought it was. And while individual people believed that every item of plastic was recyclable, this turned out to be very far from the truth. In fact, less than 10% of plastic has been recycled. So even if you do your part and put all your plastic in your little bin, not all of it is viable for the process. In fact, most of it simply winds up in a landfill.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. And that's what's so goddamn disheartening about it. That's like the biggest fucking issue. Like that's so frustrating. The fact that you can be doing everything that they tell you is the right thing to do. Everything that the industries, that the fucking corpos, that they all fucking tell you is the right thing to do, is the thing that's gonna save the planet, that's gonna make everything better, and they are still fucking you over while you're doing your part when they're the ones supposed to be managing it. It's just foxes guiding the henhouse. That's it.
So we're back to square one, and the plastic industry just keeps on pushing. To this day, they push more and more advertising on trying to convince the public that everything will be okay if they just do their part. Meanwhile, the use of plastic continues to grow, and rather than decrease, it's expected to triple by 2050. Sadly, this is just one aspect of how pollution was pushed onto individuals. While the plastic industry worked to rebrand pollution and continue selling its products, the oil industry also followed suit, lobbying the government, promoting advertisements, and creating massive PR strategies.
See, I told you, it's the fucking lobbyists. Gods, lobbyists are like the front guard of like the rot in our political system. They fucking get oh man, there are so few lobbyists that actually lobby for good things, because everything that's bad in the world is pushed by billionaires, which is why the world's fucking bad. They're the most powerful people in the world, so yeah. And then the lobbyists, hired by the billionaires and the trillionaires, are then like, yep, yeah, we're just gonna prevent anything good from getting done. And then the politicians are like just accepting all this fucking money and listening to the lobbyists, and they don't listen to the people. Does our Constitution not say, like, by the people, for the people, like, we the people or some shit? Like, I'll read through it on stream if I need to. It doesn't say, we the corporations, we the LLCs. Like, gods.
That made it seem like they were on the same team as environmentalists.
Fucking liars. Liars and charlatans. All of them. Every single fucking one.
Around the same time that the plastic industry began its massive rebranding of...
You ever get tired of being fucking lied to by everyone?
Began to follow suit. After all, they are pretty much two sides of the same coin. Two industries that depend on each other. So it was a mutually beneficial relationship for the industries to work
everybody in like advertising, not
on the
like
individual consumer
people
rather than
interpersonally.
themselves. While plastic companies went on their way running the Keep America Beautiful campaign, oil companies began working on a massive disinformation campaign that sought to instill distrust of climate scientists in the minds of the American public.
Exactly.
In truth, fossil fuel companies
It's all anti-intellectualism. It's this whole fucking trait of like, you know, oh, you're smart, you must be an idiot. Like, it's this like wow. Oh shit, that's a strong attack. Fuck.
Companies have been fully
Anyway.
aware of the harm that they've been doing to the environment for quite some time, and like the plastic industry, they've done their best to try and steer the public in the opposite direction.
Exactly.
In a report released by scientists from the likes of Harvard, George Mason University, and the University of Bristol entitled America Misled: How the Fossil Fuel Industry Deliberately Misled Americans About Climate Change,
Every
researchers bring to
single
light the lengths
fucking
the
day,
industry
and
has
they
gone
continue to
misinform
do
the
it.
public. As scientific consensus emerged that humans were undoubtedly responsible for causing climate change in the 1980s, the fossil fuel industry leaped into action. In fact, their scientists had been warning of the dangers of their CO2 emissions since the early 1950s. But rather than warning the public or attempting to find a solution, they enacted a multi-pronged approach to shifting the blame, hiring fake experts, demanding impossible scientific standards of those collecting the data, selectively choosing results, and spreading conspiracy theories.
They constantly move the goalposts. All the time. All the fucking time. Climate change deniers will always move the goalposts. And like they are always just stepping further and further out of reality and ceding more and more of their argument to fantasy. And like they're just becoming more and more disconnected with everything. They spit in the face of evidence every fucking day. And they're some of the most like financially well-off people on the planet, and they offer the least value. They add negative value. They make the world worse, and they have the money to actually make the world like a better place, but they instead choose to use that money to treat their workers like shit and deny any responsibility for anything that they've ever done. It's this toxic individualism shit. It applies to the CEOs too. All these fucking rich-ass people get to just sit at the top of everything and act like their actions have no effect on the rest of the world, especially because we as humans don't have like the capacity to internalize a lot of these massive concepts that we interact with, like values of currency in the trillions and actions that we as individuals like they as individuals, like I can't imagine the amount of power that they have, and I can't be more disappointed in how they manage it, because they have all this power in the palms of their hands. They have the ability to change so much, and we can see this with Elon Musk's monumentally meteoric fall from grace after buying Twitter. Like, people can alter the landscape of the world in the blink of an eye nowadays, but only a select few. And these select few people fuck it up constantly. They're so fucking dumb, and that's the problem. And they just like sit there isolated entirely in and of themselves, being fucking dumbasses, and they just tell us it's all our fault instead of taking any accountability for their own actions. And it's a cultural problem, because there are people every day who don't take accountability for their actions, and it's not any specific culture, it's fucking everybody. We all gotta take accountability, but that also means that we gotta stop blaming ourselves for the shit that's beyond our control. The shit that billionaires and trillionaires are doing to us. The shit that billionaires and trillionaires are forcing on us. The shit that people like Bezos and Musk and fucking everybody else who's a fucking billionaire or trillionaire, everybody else who pays us shit wages to keep their businesses alive, it's their fucking fault. So that's why this whole recycling narrative pisses me the fuck off, and that's why I wanted to watch this on stream.
Even after over 90% of scientists confirmed that climate change was undoubtedly caused by humans, ExxonMobil released ads in the New York Times and other
Fuck
publications claiming
ExxonMobil.
that
All
there
my
were
homies
fundamental
hate
gaps in the
ExxonMobil.
science. Meanwhile, they pledged that they would take steps to lower emission technologies while doing no such thing. Instead, they used their heads up on the climate crisis to make even more money after they discovered that global warming could give them a couple more months that they could drill every single year. So they just caused more pollution after they learned what was going on and dedicated millions of dollars
And that's one of the most infuriating things about this whole situation, about climate change, about corporatism, about billionaires, about CEOs, about management, about LLCs, about all this shit. The fact that these corporations have more rights than us, and they get to look into the fucking eye of the storm, the affecting thing, that which like shapes our world, and they just choose to make it worse. All the fucking time. Every fucking time. They choose to make our lives worse because it makes them richer. And we, as a society, as a political system, as countries, we gotta figure out how to take power back for the people. And, like, kind of covering my ass, but also being realistic. We got to figure out how to do it non-violently if there's any possible way, because there's a lot of people who will not survive violent conflict, and I do not want to see those people suffer so that we, like, in an attempt to save them, because that's who it's for. It's for all the people in the world who would suffer from violent conflict. So it's like such a tightly woven and difficult issue to manage, and there are so many people who are so complicit in violence that is beyond anything that's ever been seen in history, and that we have a hard time contemplating, because, like, turning the air into chemicals is violence. That's violence. And that is violence being inflicted on us by ExxonMobil, by Chevron, by fucking Shell. They are inflicting violence on us by poisoning everything.
Dollars to misinform the public. Now, BP had a different strategy. Much like the
Fuck
plastic
BP.
industry, they decided to change the narrative and mislead the public and place the blame on individuals.
Always.
Have you ever heard of the term carbon footprint? You know, the measurement of how individuals contribute to global warming through simple activities like eating, driving, and heating their homes.
We contribute a fart compared to the corporations. A fart. That is what we contribute. We contribute a fart in comparison to the corporations who are in control of the products we use.
Well, that was actually created by BP in the early 2000s. They came up with a handy little tool and a splashy ad campaign that allowed individuals to track their daily activities and their impact on climate change. And just like the plastic industry Keep America Beautiful campaign, Only You Can Save the Planet was once again on full display.
Fucking
Not shockingly,
exactly.
their plan worked.
No
And instead of people
individual can
looking at
save the
fossil fuel
planet.
companies to rectify their own mistakes,
Hold on. I wanna prove a point. I gotta go back to that screen.
packed on climate change.
Alright,
And
yeah.
just like the plastic industry Keep America Beautiful campaign,
We might
Only
watch
You
through a
Can
little
Save
bit
the
more,
Planet
yeah.
was once again on full display. Not shockingly, their plan worked. And
Look at that fucking shit. Now, like, Republicans will fucking talk all the time about, like, oh, the windmills are ugly. The windmills, they're the ugliest things. The windmills are so ugly. They're killing all of our birds. They're killing the birds at alarming rates. More birds are being killed by windmills than ever before. And it's like, dude, the windmills are set up at heights that the birds can't get to or that the birds don't migrate in. They're not a bunch of fucking morons making these things. But then they're like, oh, it's such an eyesore. It's like the windmills are so ugly. And then what about this? It's scorched, dry earth, desiccated land, and these fucking monstrosities atop it. And then you talk about how unsightly the windmills are? Fucking morons.
instead of people looking at the fossil fuel companies to rectify their own mistakes, individuals were relying on themselves to be the change. As Mike Tidwell, who was the executive director of Chesapeake Climate Action Network, wrote in 2007, every time an activist or politician hectors the public to voluntarily reach for a new bulb or spend extra money on a Prius, ExxonMobil heaves a big sigh of relief.
Exactly.
Yes, the carbon footprint is a metric tool used to measure climate impact. But how often do you hear it being applied to massive companies rather than individual impact?
Fucking exactly.
Well,
it's only when
that
they're
was by
posing and
design.
lying.
As scientists were developing multiple ways to measure pollution, corporations were pushing just one measure out to the public, changing the way people taught, thought, and acted in regard to environmental friendliness. As time went on, oil companies continued to dump money into lobbying against any meaningful climate policy while simultaneously pumping out publicity campaigns claiming that they were doing whatever they could to stop the climate emergency.
Exactly.
The American
Always.
Petroleum Institute has been at the forefront of the action, lobbying or bribing Congress for decades to keep the fossil fuel industry out of
Lobbyists.
trouble and
Always the
actively trying
fucking
to convince the
lobbyists.
public that any type of climate-based initiatives, like support for electric vehicles, for example, wasn't in their best interest. Mike Sommers, the chief executive, has claimed that a rushed transition to electric vehicles was mere government action to limit Americans' transportation choice. Basically, any solution proposed has been given a reason for why.
They always talk about freedom in these cases too. They always say, oh, they're trying to limit your choices, they're trying to take away your freedoms. But while they're doing it while they're taking away your freedoms. Like, dude. Like, these fucking slime balls. They'll say, like, oh, this is just trying to fucking, you know, take away the choices for transportation, but then they're stifling the public transportation. Like, owning a car is fucking expensive. Not everybody wants to own a car. That's like a big piece of equipment that can do a lot of fucking damage if you're not, like, using it pretty much perfectly, and also relying on everybody else around you to use it perfectly. Like, so they're limiting so many transportation options because the fossil fuel industry has killed American public transportation. They have fucking stifled the you know, electric car company like crazy. They've appropriated it into Tesla, which is a fucking nightmare. Like, it's all just so much corporatist bullshit. Like, lies upon lies, and just them, like, the corporations and CEOs and advertising companies constantly blaming us for the destruction of our planet while they're the ones doing it.
It won't or shouldn't work by the API, and some people are beginning to take notice. And one of the ways they're beginning to take notice, might I add, is that one of the most powerful trade organizations is facing a growing amount of lawsuits for their constant disinformation. I wonder if the two are related.
I hope those lawsuits
So,
fucking
if
win.
recycling
I hope
isn't
those
doing what we
lawsuits
believe,
destroy
carbon
those
footprint is made up
companies.
by an oil company, and individual changes aren't doing what we think they are. What's really going on here? Who's actually to blame? Well, you probably already guessed it. The very people who are trying to turn it into an individual problem.
Exactly.
Corporations.
Exactly. The corporations. The fucking corpos.
Nowadays, it seems like all of the lobbying, advertising, and partnering with environmentalists to horribly trick people into believing that climate change was purely an individualized responsibility has paid off. Just to be clear, yes, everyone should take responsibility in trying to combat the growing climate crisis that we all now find ourselves in.
Yeah, the
But
power
the
to, like,
responsibility is
change what you
purely
can.
placed
It's
onto
like the whole
consumer
fucking
rather than the companies
Christian
behind it.
thing, isn't it?
And that seems like a bit of a scam, and as we know now, it kind of is. It seems at times that individual efforts are fruitless. Let's take energy, for example. In a study done by the University of Michigan, they found that even when households consume less energy, the climate benefit is almost completely erased by the grids in their respective states' method of producing electricity in the first place. And of course, we know about recycling. That's not at all doing what we would hope. Then there's just the astronomical impact on the environment by massive companies, something that's been denied and advertised into oblivion for decades. Luckily though, we're starting to take notice. While people push for reusable straws or less water consumption, companies are making no such changes.
Exactly.
Instead, they keep pushing and are responsible for more pollution than millions on millions of people combined. In fact, it's likely much worse than you think. In a report released in 2017, it was announced that 100 active fossil fuel producers, including ExxonMobil, Shell, BHP Billiton, and...
Remember those fucking names. Remember these fucking companies. ExxonMobil, Shell, BHP Billiton, and Gazprom. Those fuckers. They are amongst the people who are fucking us over and dooming our planet, shaving just decimating billions of years of biological development, of evolution, of built up beauty. They're just destroying it with no fucking regard for how anybody else might be affected. These fucking companies, ExxonMobil, Shell, BHP Billiton, and Gazprom. And more. And fucking more. But, like, you know, Chevron, too. Fucking Chevron. Disgusting. All of them. I don't even understand how, like, we as humans haven't developed some kind of fucking, like, legal framework to hold them to account, because they all deserve to be financially fucking annihilated for what they've done to our planet.
And Gazprom are linked to 71% of industrial greenhouse gas emissions since 1988. In 1988, that's an interesting date. Doesn't that time sound familiar? Oh, yeah, that's around the same time that the fossil fuel industry began pushing disinformation aggressively to the public, and it's also the same time
Exactly.
that human-induced climate change was recognized through the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. And really quick, just humor me for a moment. Just think about that. 71%. Meanwhile, only about 20% of greenhouse gas emissions come from homes, according to a 2020 study from the University of Michigan.
Exactly.
So the reality here is that even if every single individual did what they needed to do to get their greenhouse gas emissions down, that still leaves a staggering 71% coming from corporations, and truthfully, 20% change is something, but it's not nearly what it could be if, we could get that 71% on board. But when you listen to the messaging around saving the environment,
Exactly. It's like imagine that, like, somebody's like fucking like gosh, I don't even have like a good metaphor for it. Like the hypocrisy just on statistical display. Like to be scientifically proved to be some of the biggest fucking hypocrites in human history. Imagine that. Like, imagine having data to prove that you are amongst one of the most despicable, dishonest, slimy, hypocritical groups of people in human history, poisoning the air, ruining our oceans, killing everything that makes our world beautiful, and then blaming everyone else for it.
save the earth and greenhouse gases and blah, 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 blah. That's not what it would have you believe. It would have you believe that it's your fault as an individual.
Exactly.
All of us as individuals. Not the fact that we're literally 20% or 1/5 of the problem, while corporations are nearly 4/5 of the problem. You see, it's not just the advertising or the lobbying that spreads this messaging. It's the fact that fossil fuel companies have instilled delegates into the very organizations that discuss climate change internationally, like the United
Exactly.
Nations Climate Change Group, for example. At the UN Climate Change Conference in 2020, there were 500 delegates who came from fossil fuel companies. The same people who are responsible for about 71% of greenhouse gas emissions. According
We
to
need
Yes Magazine,
to
that's
have
about 2
laws
dozen more than
against
the largest country
lobbyists.
delegation. Now, technically speaking, fossil fuel companies are not allowed to participate directly, but they sure as hell can send people who are on their side. So as the conference takes place,
We need
the
background
conversation shifts
checks.
primarily from anything having
For this
to do
kind
with
of shit, they
corporate
want background checks for
responsibility and more to
voting or some
individual
shit, but
consumption patterns.
we can't have
Go
background
figure.
checks for
Nothing
this?
about that seems corrupt at all.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Right.
companies are going to just continue to make promises for the future, while nothing gets done for now. And at that
Exactly.
same conference, by the way, they convinced the committee to phase out coal rather than ban it altogether. Companies like Shell promised the world that they will reach zero emissions by
Fuck
2050,
Shell.
but nothing in their internal records makes it
That's
seem
why I
like
hate
that's
cars.
even true, being worked on, or possible. Analysis from lawyers with Climate Earth found that Shell has no intention of reducing its production by 2030 and is still committed to exploring new oil and gas sources. In fact, they're actually planning to grow in the fossil fuel gas business by 20%.
Yeah, they're still
So
just
much
like
for their
like
apparent
they're looking
commitment,
us in the
right?
face and they're making
But
it
it's not
all
just
worse.
Fossils or plastics causing such a massive problem when it comes to pollution. It's industries you'd also never think of, like the tissue industry, for example. In a report done by NRDC and Stand.Earth, they discovered that the company Procter & Gamble generated roughly 17.8 million metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions every year. And in case you're curious, that's about the same as 3.8 million passenger vehicles. As each company swears to do better, their internal documents often claim that they're doing the opposite, pumping out more greenhouse gases and looking for the easiest way to make money.
Yeah. Yeah. They know what they're doing wrong. These fossil fuel companies, the fossil fuel industries, oil billionaires, all of these fuckers, the people in our government who are complicit and in the pockets of these oil billionaires, they know that what they're doing is wrong. They know. They're aware. But they pay all these fucking pundits online, these fucking morons who don't know, like, who know about as much as I do about fucking anything, they pay these fuckers to blame us, to tell us it's our fault, and to come up with bullshit nonsense to fucking skewer us over, to lead actual witch hunts against innocent gay people. Rather than focusing on these issues, we're forced to deal with culture war nonsense after culture war nonsense spurred on by the right continuously, because they don't want us to pay attention to the fact that they are burning our planet for profit. They're fucking Phyrexians.
Not the best way to save the planet that we're living on. As we now know, the easiest way to make money seems to be just pushing the problem back onto individual consumers.
Exactly.
Which is basically scammy behavior 101.
They gaslight us
But
to make
not
money.
necessarily for all people.
They
There are
gaslight
some
us
individuals
for
who should be
fucking money.
distinctly worried about their impact on the environment, but it's a very select few.
Yeah,
Does
see?
anyone want to take a guess who I'm
See?
talking about here?
Billionaires?
That's right.
Is it billionaires?
It's the billionaires.
It's the billionaires! I've been saying that all fucking stream. It's the billionaires. It's their fault. They're the ones who are fucking us over like this.
So we know that about 100 companies
wow.
are causing
What
the
the fuck
most
just
harm to the
happened to the
environment.
audio?
But what about the people that likely own those very same companies? Or
Exactly.
the people that have just so much money they can literally do anything
100
they
companies. People own
want?
those
Bill Gates
companies.
is not immune to contributing to the pollution crisis. He's one of the world's most high-profile environmental advocates, but his flight plans really wouldn't show it. In the course of just 1 year, he took 59 flights covering about 213,000 miles. That amounts to about 1,600 tons of greenhouse gases.
And that's one of the most disgusting parts. That is one of the most, like, I could fucking puke over people like Bill Gates. They fucking laud themselves as champions of the environments. They tell everyone that they're leading the charge, that they're the spearhead. They're the ones who are making all this environmental activism possible, and they're philanthropists and blah blah blah. And then they fucking turn around and they take fucking rides in their oversized toys and screw us all over while telling us they're helping.
And in case you're curious, that's about the yearly equivalent of the amount put out by 105 people. Now, he is, for the record, on the lower side, but for someone who is the most high-profile environmental advocate, that's still a tiny bit much.
Fucking
But
bastard.
activists also love to point out what's really going on in the world, and over recent years, they've brought to light
And he's not even the worst one. They're all fucking bastards. He's among them. I don't care how much philanthropy he does, because he's just turning around and stabbing literally the entire fucking world in the back. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
just how much rich people love their beloved jets and, of course, boats and yachts and whatever things that float
Exactly.
in the water.
All
and
their
the
fucking
amount in which
oil
it's costing
chugging
all of us
pieces
to
of
live on this
garbage.
planet. Earlier this year, Kylie Jenner faced some backlash online when people learned through an
Fuck the
automated
Jenners.
Twitter account that tracks celebrities' flight paths that the influencer decided to use her plane for a 17-minute flight. Of course, as we know, jets put off way more emissions than fuel, so someone choosing to take a flight for 17 minutes is a bit concerning. People began to jump in on Kylie, calling her things like a full-time climate criminal with an absolute disregard for the planet. And sure, Kylie is far from the worst of the worst when it comes to rich people and climate pollution, but her apparent disregard and callous use of something so horrific for the planet definitely feels like a slap in the face when
Yeah,
people are being
they
told not
just
to use
they
their
don't
AC.
care.
In fact,
They do
we
not
know
care.
this-
And at this point, because of their because of their actions, because of the way that they affect the environment, we have to have indoor climate change control for survival. Like, there are people who will die if their AC isn't working in the summer. There are regions where people will die if their AC does not work. So now we need AC as a survival system for ourselves in some regions of the planet, because these people are in their fucking jets driving around spewing aerosolized butthole into the fucking atmosphere for us all to inhale.
10% of people in the world were reportedly responsible for about half of the world's global emissions in just 2015.
10 fucking
And as for
percent.
the top 1%, they were responsible for about 15% of emissions. That same 1% are responsible for more harmful emissions than the poorest 50%.
And then they blame us.
So, what were you saying about me turning off my lights, my air conditioning, or other things just to literally survive through the day? I'm not the one flying around the world so much that I'm giving off the same pollution impact as 105 people. Maybe
Fucking
we should be more
exactly.
worried about those people, not the ones just trying to make it through the day.
Fucking
Now, this
exactly.
becomes especially true
I've been
after
saying for
learning that
fucking
just
years.
125 billionaires are emitting the equivalent amount of emissions of 85 million cars every year. And yes, you heard me right. Not 85, not 85,000, 85 million. The report done by Oxfam found that these same billionaires invested in about 183 corporations. Most of their
Yep.
pollution came from those
The
investments.
fucking
So, maybe
corporations.
people are technically
Always
right.
it.
Pollution can be an individualized problem. Only it's the individuals who are making massive investments into those corporations.
Always
not the
it. That's
individuals
always
leaving their
what they're
AC on
doing.
when it's
Yeah.
100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
As the organization put it,
100 degrees can
extreme
kill people.
inequality
You
and
need
wealth
your AC.
concentration undermine the ability of humanity to stop climate breakdown.
Exactly.
Very rich people emit huge and unsustainable amounts of carbon and have outsized influence over our economy.
It is wealth inequality that is
Sure,
causing
maybe
climate
some
change.
individuals should have the blame put on them for the climate emergency we all are in now. But unfortunately,
It's the people
not
who
just
are
the
trying to
consumers
blame
trying to stay
us.
afloat. If it's not the recycling, the straws, or any other individualized effort that can save the Earth, then what is it? What should the messaging be around climate change? And what can we actually do? And before we try to explore that answer, I'm just going to take a moment to thank today's sponsors.
Alright, we're gonna let her
With
get her
HelloFresh, You
bag.
can get farm fresh, pre-portioned
I've actually
ingredients and
had
seasonal
HelloFresh
recipes
before. It was
delivered
really
right to your
tasty.
doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh.
That
to
was
make
a
home
nice part of
cooking
it. It was
easy,
pretty
fun,
good. I
and
got like a
affordable.
bunch of free
That's why
meals.
it's
It was
America's
nice.
#1 meal kit. And now that it's the most festive
It is
time
really
of the
good.
year, HelloFresh is here to help you make the most of every moment. From holiday hosting to dinners during busy weeknights, you can count on HelloFresh
Ow.
to deliver
Oh,
fresh
jeez.
ingredients and
Got
seasonal
murdered.
recipes. And if you're short on time, look for HelloFresh's
I did, like-
easy options.
there was, like, this
including
Korean
meals and
beef
easy cleanup dishes.
Dish
And
from
with over
HelloFresh that was like
35
really
recipes available
good.
to
I
choose
fucking
from
love that
every
shit.
week,
It's
There's
great.
something to please everyone. You can choose from family-friendly, fit and wholesome, or even veggie. So whether you're hosting a holiday party or just stocking up on snacks, you'll find everything you need at the HelloFresh Market. From quick breakfast to charcuterie boards and desserts, it's never been easier to prep for a party or just fill your pantry. So to get your holiday food needs out of the way, make sure you go to hellofresh.com/casket18 and use code casket18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. Again, that's hellofresh.com/casket18 and use code casket18 for 18 free meals plus free shipping. This episode is also sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past, and as the holiday season is upon us, every dollar counts. All you do is do your shopping like normal, and when it comes to checkout, the Honey button pops down and starts searching for coupons. If it finds a working
Pardon
coupon
me?
code, it's going to apply it
I
and you'll
was,
watch prices drop.
Going to grab
Honey
the
has
link
been
so I
really
could throw
great
it
for
in.
me during the
But yeah,
holiday season to help
I
find
should
those
download
last-minute
Honey.
coupons to make
I
sure that
told
I can
somebody
get
that I would
gifts
do it in
on
exchange for them
everyone's
reading
Christmas list
something,
this year.
but
And
I
I've
never
gotten
did it.
everything from 10% all the
But,
way
you
to
know.
like 40% off, so I've been getting some amazing savings. So if you don't already have Honey, you could just be straight up missing out
But yeah,
on
go
savings.
to her
By
link,
getting
go
it,
to
you'll be doing
her
yourself a solid and supporting the
description,
show.
and
I'd never
use
recommend
all
something
those
that I don't
codes and
use.
help her
So
get that bag.
PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/casket.
Yeah,
That's
joinhoney.com/casket. Thank you, Illuminati, for this wonderful video, honestly.
The bleak future that we are creating for our Earth has certainly been no secret. But getting people to listen, especially corporations or government officials, has proven to be a near impossible endeavor. Just earlier this year, prominent climate activist Win Bruce even set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court to try and bring attention to the horrific future we're all facing. Even after he died from his injuries from what his colleague called a deeply fearless act of compassion to bring attention to the climate crisis, his heroic act barely lasted a single news cycle.
Exactly.
I can't stress enough how a scientist who self-immolated for activism of a grim future could barely even hold a news cycle. People have been
Scientists,
trying
like,
to shift
know
the
what's
narrative of
going
pollution
up.
from individuals to industries and corporations, but unfortunately, none of it seems to stick. Instead, we're left with a bunch of companies greenwashing the narrative, claiming that they'll do something about their contribution to pollution, but never actually taking any meaningful steps.
Lying and lying and lying.
92% of S&P 100 companies have made some sort of commitment to reducing their emissions. Meanwhile, only 4 in 10 have actually worked with politicians or lawmakers to enact any type of new policies. Oh, and of course there's the 21% of companies that have actively lobbied against any type of climate change policy while simultaneously telling the public
it makes
that they're
them
doing
money.
their best to cut down on their own emissions. Yeah, that sounds super believable. The managing director of the Ceres Accelerator for Sustainable Capital Markets at Ceres, which is an insane job title, can we get an acronym, please? He says, those
Ceres
companies
is a
that
cool
are
name.
not actively lobbying for science-based climate policies are effectively working against themselves.
Exactly.
Making it extremely challenging for them to achieve the bold targets they have set up to clean up their own business operations.
Clean up their own business operations. That's what they need to be doing. There needs to be laws about this shit. There needs to be, like, laws that make it so that corporations have to clean up the shit that they produce. Like, there needs to be inspections and, like, good faith analyses and all that. And there are, from so many scientists. We need regulation. We need regulation on plastic. We need to phase it out of use for things that are not permanent or medical. Like, that's it. That's just what we have to do. If we don't, we will die. We will all die. Like, you know, we gotta address this shit. There needs, like, corporations need to be genuinely held responsible for cleaning up that which they produce. Every product needs to have a plan to have it be broken down back into biodegradable materials. We cannot have things that last forever. We just can't. It's not sustainable. Nothing can ever last forever. Period. End. And that includes plastic. Specifically plastic.
Risking both their reputations and their financial performance. That's the messaging that really needs to be sent. Working against climate change is working against their financial performance. That seems to be all they understand, money, so let's use it. Rather, policies could be enacted that work toward the future, like, for example, holding corporations responsible for their inability to meet their emission reduction goals, or for the long-standing disinformation campaigns they have hurled at consumers for literally decades. Like, maybe there should be some repercussions there.
Yeah, why are
How
no,
can
like,
we do
no
this?
corporations
Well,
or billionaires
Robert
held
Wolf, who
accountable
is
for
a
lying?
visiting
It's because they're
professor of
billionaires.
Environment and Society at Brown University. He's got a few suggestions. Congressional representatives should definitely be taking a deeper look into greenwashing. And that's actually already happening within the House Action Committee. Just last year,
Good.
the committee held hearings with big oil companies about their multiple disinformation campaigns and contribution to pollution. Rashida Tlaib told the CEO of Chevron, Michael
Queen.
Wirth, "I need Chevron to cut the check. You owe $50 billion to indigenous communities and people that you harmed for profit." Another representative, Ayanna Pressley, asked if the ExxonMobil CEO would stop funding groups that continuously reject climate change as scientific support. He said, "They do not ask people to lobby anything different than our publicly expressed position," which, if their public position was to be aptly against any climate policies would be true, then that's one thing. But
They shouldn't be allowed to lobby for shit. Lobbyists are fucking liars. Liars and charlatans. Every single fucking one of them. Bastards who do nothing but pull the strings behind the scenes to fuck us all over.
it's not. They're one of the companies that adamantly claim that they're doing everything in their power to work with climate scientists. Meanwhile, a lobbyist of theirs was caught red-handed discussing their work to weaken climate infrastructure plans.
Exactly.
So don't you just love when people get caught in a lie? Still, as
Exactly.
badass and awesome as it is to hear lawmakers scold the biggest polluters, it's not doing much to change the current situation, especially if it only seems to happen every once in a while. While it's a great first step, what else can we actually do? Well, we could put an insurmountable amount of pressure on the government to place legal pressure on those companies.
Yeah.
While they aren't going to
Yeah.
change because they were scolded publicly, they might if their business is threatened.
They should
And
be
this isn't
sued
just an
publicly.
activists on consumers either. It comes down to private investors too. Instead of investing in fossil fuels, private equity investors should actually put their money where their mouths are and give some cash over to green assets rather than fossil fuel companies. One of the biggest changes that need to be made is the narrative as a whole. The climate crisis
Yes.
is undoubtedly not the individual crisis that companies have made it seem to be for decades. This narrative has become what a columnist from The Guardian calls one of the most significant lies ever told by the fossil fuel industry. It has led to a near impossible situation, but dispelling this narrative lie is one of the keys to solving the crisis.
It's like they walked into the room. Like, it's like the fossil fuels, like, as so far as humanity is concerned, walked into the room, took the fattest, wettest, most disease-ridden shit in the middle of the room, and then was like, guys, I can't just believe you all just shit in the middle of the room. Like, that's what they did. That's what the fossil fuel industries have done.
As companies continue to divert resources from implementing solutions to distracting people from the larger issue at hand, people must remain vigilant in placing the blame where it should rightfully lie.
Exactly.
The industries. The individual
Yes.
effort is commendable and necessary, but it's physically impossible for it to be the end of all the pollution issues.
No single person
Companies
can
no
save the
longer be
world.
allowed to push that narrative. We've seen where it's gotten us after multiple decades, and it's nowhere good. It's time for them to be the change that they're pretending to be. Spend some money on actual solutions, not on
They have the
advertisements
money.
skirting accountability. But with all of that being said, that's where I'm going to
Yep.
end today's episode of The Corporate Casket. So I hope you learned something new today, and if you did, make sure that you're liking, following, and subscribing to stay up to date on all the latest episodes. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Alright, I dropped her link in the chat. Please go visit it, send it some likes, comment. You know, I'll write a comment. Let me see. A wonderful expose on the fossil fuel industry's lies. More people need to see this and understand these concepts and systems of pollution. Alright, if anybody's watching, please go over, send a like, and comment. That has been Illuminati. She does very in-depth, like, deep dives, and I think I might do some more reacts to them in the future. But now we're gonna check out a Mutahar video because I've heard about this. I caught a little bit of Xander Hall's like ending stream about it, and oh my gods, does this seem funny? Is this not like fucking hilarious? So let's dive in.
Hello guys, and oh, I can't wait, dude. I can't. I know it's
Yeah, me
been a
neither.
day, but I was waiting for this to come out. Okay, consider this a little Christmas present to me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little happy.
Oh man, this
When
is
it
gonna be
comes
so
down
fucking
to,
funny.
Donald Trump, obviously, I really don't care. I'm not gonna jump into it. I'm a Canadian. You think I care about American politics?
Lucky.
I can't even vote in America, so why do I care? Now, Trump is an interesting fella. He's been in plenty of movies as cameo. He's been the U.S. president. It's a little bit controversial. Okay, let's be real. It's a wild world out there. Now, Donald Trump
is very bad at being president, in my opinion.
Social media platform, as we all know, God's gift to the App Store. Ladies and gentlemen, Truth Social.
Oh gosh.
Luckily, I was able to get access into Truth Social, and I kind of just look at Donald Trump's feed because honestly, it's a little goofy and wild. But one of the things that caught my attention was
I cannot imagine anything goofier and more wild.
Now, of course, since then, Donald Trump has revealed what this announcement is. And I wanted to show you the post together. So here inside down, we're going to scroll up. We're going to scroll all the way down here. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a major announcement. My official door.
No! He's such a fucking loser. He's such a fucking loser, dude. Trump is such a fucking loser. Oh my gods. Oh my gods. Oh no! There's 45s everywhere. Oh no! And it's in a wrestling rink. What a fucking loser, dude. I can't believe that people voted for him. He is such a fucking loser. Oh my gods.
Trump digital trading card collection is here.
Digital
These limited
trading
edition
card
cards feature
collection.
amazing art of my life and career.
His
Now,
life
of
and
course, if you
oh
look
my
at it real
god,
quick,
he's
no, you
such a
don't have
fucking
cataracts, and no,
loser.
you don't need new glasses. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and get your cards now.
Don't go to
Only
that link.
$99
Do not go to that
each
link.
would make
Do
a
not
great
go to that link.
Christmas gift.
Fuck that.
Now, of course, as you're not looking
Christmas
at AI
gift.
imagery over here. This is just
Oh.
Donald Trump's face
My
edited onto just
God.
random backgrounds. Now, of course, no matter who you are, no matter how much of a Trumpy you are, I've seen so many people just laugh at this all collectively together, calling it very cringe. Now, here we're at the website, collecttrumpcards.com.
Oh my-
just want to
no.
it seems like we're entering a
No.
goddamn sweepstake. Now, they've pretty much said each digital trading card NFT
Oh
is not only
my
a rare collectible,
gods.
it also automatically enters you into a sweepstakes.
No.
Where you could win thousands of incredible prizes.
Heinous. I hate that.
Let's check that out. Oh, damn, he's got laser on.
What the fuck?
Donald Trump, hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington.
Better than
With an important
Lincoln?
announcement to make.
Man, he's putting in a lot of things. Better than Lincoln and Washington. I know they're one of the
The most
I'm better than
embarrassing
all of them.
president in
Hopefully
history,
I'm the
I'll be
real winner.
honest.
I'm the MVP. Founding fathers? Fuck that.
Yeah,
Lincoln?
exactly. Oh my
Fuck
god.
that.
What the
Vote
fuck?
for the guy on Home Alone 2. So you've got like collect cards.
These cards feature some of the really incredible art.
Wait, hold on.
Really
Did you catch that?
incredible artwork.
Trump digital trading cards,
Well.
NFTs, are intended as collectible items for individual enjoyment only, not for investment vehicles. Now,
Damn, he's really just like, yeah, you spend all your fucking money on this fucking NFT, buy this garbage ass fucking picture, and fucking just buy this garbage ass picture, maybe we'll give you something extra. Oh, by the way, you can't fucking sell this. Fuck you. God, this is such trash. He is such trash. Trump is such a fucking loser. Such a fucking loser.
the video over here real quick. I'm sure that's really, hilarious. But obviously, they've straight up said this isn't for an investment. In fact, on their website, I'm not really seeing anything investment related. I really feel like this is Trump trying to get some extra money coming in. And so why not join the NFT train 10 months after the hype has already died?
Yeah.
Wild, stiff shit indeed. So I want to see what the prizes are.
NFTs are like fucking
Gala
dead.
dinner with Donald Trump, the finest dinner provided by the top local
Oh
chef.
no!
A
Oh my god!
presentation with DJ
Could you imagine actually being in the room with that fucking guy? Oh man! Even if you're like some kind of Trumpy whatever, like if you're some fucking moron Trump head or something, like, gods! I cannot imagine that even liking him could prepare you for like being in the room with him, because that would just be the most fucking miserable, like psychologically draining experience. Like, oh my god, I've seen him talk just in videos, and I can't imagine that somebody that displays that raw level of like just unadulterated stupidity could be anything other than the most fucking annoying, bloviating piece of shit in the room, in like any room. They could be in a gymnasium filled with like everybody and be the most annoying human being on the planet. Like, oh my god, a dinner with him sounds fucking miserable.
JT videos, photos, and footage. Music playing throughout the evening, and then you get to take home a Trump 45 wine glass and
Oh my
plenty of
God.
fantastic photo opportunities. It's really
You
funny
get a
how,
glass
they've got the
and-
whole dinner,
and-
but then
and
you also
pictures.
have to watch this presentation that's just like self-fellatiating. Now, of course, you've also got the meet and greet cocktail hour. You got the individual meeting with 45.
Ow.
Then you've got golf with the president.
These all sound fucking terrible. These all sound terrible. All of these sound fucking miserable. Like, oh my god. You watch Trump talk, and like, how the fuck do you look at him and not think, man, that's the most annoying fucker on the planet? That is somebody I don't want to spend 2 seconds in the same room as. Like, these are all like events where you have to sit down with him and just like listen to him talk, because gods know he's not gonna let you fucking talk. He is not going to let you talk. He is just going to talk about whatever the fuck he wants. He's gonna go on and on and on and on and on. He's gonna do that boomer thing where he does nothing but fucking talk, and if you try to talk about any of your experiences, he's gonna treat you like you're an idiot, or like everything he's ever done has been so much harder than everything you've ever done. I cannot imagine the type of person who would go, like, one, buy a Donald Trump trading card where he's like some kind of sport superhero muscle man in a wrestling rink when we all know how he looks in the golf outfit. We all know how he looks in the golf outfit. That those are not real pictures. Like, I'm gonna be real. You can rock whatever fucking body type you want, but like, just own it, dude. Like, don't try to fucking sell everybody else this idea that you're some kind of, like, big, ripped muscle man. Like, none of these pictures are even real. Like, all of the pictures on this website are, like, AI. They've like, artificially widened his shoulders and, like, put, like, a stock man... Like, they've gotten rid of his, like, you know, turkey gobbler and everything. Like, Trump is a fucking ugly person. Like, just visually repulsive in every manner. But, like, they've tried to deny that in all of these images because they want to, like, convince you that he would be a decent human being to spend any amount of time with, when everybody knows, the Republicans know, his supporters know, his aides know, his family know, they all know that he's a miserable piece of shit to be around. So this is just hilarious.
And if you're real lucky, you can also get the individual Zoom call with the Donald.
Oh, God.
45, it's just the Donald.
With
and then
Donnie.
You got a group Zoom call. It's just... I can't believe it. Hand-signed memorabilia, gold edition.
Oh my
NFTs.
God!
I assume they're just gonna, like, overlay the PNG of his signature. Our Journey Together book, and then you've got mystery prizes, 18 holes at Trump's golf club. And then, yeah, it's just dinners and whatnot. Now, of course, these are some standard prizes. I don't expect too much out of it. Of course,
so pathetic.
First, you need an email address to store your Trump cards. Then you purchase the Trump cards with Ethereum. And then you receive the cards, and then your sweepstake codes. Since they're calling it a sweepstake, yeah, click here.
That's like the most sketchy shit. Like, who would buy that and think that their money is, like, that just sounds like a scam. Everything about that just sounds like a fucking scam. Like, you gotta get an email, you gotta get the cards, like, sent to your email, then you gotta, like, buy it with Ethereum, and gosh, it sounds like they're, like, trying to just, like, get a fuck ton of money out of you and, like, your information. Like, fuck. Ow. Oh, damn it. I really don't like Crucible Knights. But yeah, it sounds like a fucking scam. Honestly, everything that has to do with crypto and NFTs and all that, it just sounds like a fucking scam to me. No thanks, I'll have no part in it.
Here for details on how to enter the sweepstake without making a purchase. Yeah, so if you don't want to buy the $99 crappy NFT, and you want the dinner with Donald,
$99? He wants $99? For the AI-generated picture of him with a six-pack in a wrestling rink in that shitty oh my gods! You see my artwork on my stream? I wouldn't charge someone $90 to draw that! It's such trash! Oh my gods! People will, like, this is just like the recycling thing. Oh man, rich people will just force us to pay so much money for trash. I feel so bad for anybody stupid enough to buy any of these.
Because it is a sweepstake after all.
Sweepstakes. You get a picture that represents like a ticket in a sweep. That's so... A $99 sweepstakes ticket. A $99 sweepstakes ticket.
So first you can enter your email address. I guess we'll just give it a standard email address at this point. Let's just give it it's Jover, all right? It's Jover at whitehouse.gov. All right, there we go. Let's go with that. Continue with the email.
My gods.
Checking me. Oh, dude, it's doing a verification. God damn it. So thank God Trump's website doesn't actually check for anything regarding disposable email services. So here I'm just going to authorize myself. And hopefully
nobody would use it if there wasn't disposable email services. This is sketch as fuck.
Custodial login. Let's go. Oh, here it is. We're connected with the account. Hell yeah. Of course I accept, bro. Buy with the crypto. Let's go. And of course, you can buy like up to, I think it's like 99 almost. I think I can go right up there. And it literally, you can buy it now with crypto. Where is the actual check going on? You may not have enough static. Oh, of course, I didn't even connect my actual wallet to it as well. But yeah, it seems like you may be able to just buy these things without any form of like check, as long as you have a valid crypto account. That would be it. Wait, buy 45 and get a special offer?
45?
I'm not spending 45 times 9. How much is the 45 times 99? Get out of here. Hell no.
45!
Each card is only
Oh my god! He wants you to spend $4,500 on that shit!
collectible. They're $99 each, man. 99.
My
and if you look
god!
at some of these, you can
That's
see that
ridiculous! They look like
you can
shit,
actually even
too.
see some of the cards here. So you've got Donald Trump in the Wild West. Red Dead Redemption 3, number 45.
Number 45.
You've got like Trump in space.
This
I
is
guess
so
that makes
dumb!
sense, because what, he started the U.S. Space Force? That's kind of cool. A one-on-one meeting,
Oh,
so here he's covered with
God.
like gold bars with Trump all over it. Then
What
it's
the
him playing
fuck?
golf. Then it's him dressed up in Air Force garb.
This is so
football
stupid.
Field, boxing ring with gold
This is
everywhere.
ridiculous.
And then of course he's driving a race car.
This
God
is-
damn. Oh, this is even wilder. Each Trump trading card will be a unique pre-assigned
Fucking
rarity.
laser eyes.
Oh, some
I'm
of them are
losing my
commons and
fucking
legendaries.
mind.
Hell yeah, he's got Trump at the stock market, Trump at Trump World, Trump hunting, Trump as a superhero,
So
and
stupid.
Trump as an
Oh, I'm
evil
also
superhero.
stupid.
I
Evil
can't believe this is real.
superhero!
How do you go from being the U.S. president to running a shitty NFT? Can I buy Trump cards with my credit card? Yeah, we made it so you can buy them with your credit card. Yeah,
What?
I guess if it's $99, sure.
Yeah, nobody wanted to fucking do the whole NFT shit. Like, that shit's sketch as fuck. They were, like, so many people were like, oh, I want to support it, but I, like, also, the only people dumb enough to buy this shit are, like, boomers. Like old boomers. Like, the old boomers. They're the only people dumb enough to buy this shit. So, like, they're not gonna have crypto? Like, what the fuck? So you're, like, asking for crypto from a bunch of technologically illiterate boomers, and, like, they're all just like, oh, I can't afford it. I don't know what a computer is. And so then, of course, you had to make it so that you could buy it with credit cards, because none of the fucking boomers, who were the only people who were ever gonna buy this, wanted to buy it. This is so embarrassing.
Sure.
It's
Can I buy
so
Trump
funny.
with cryptocurrency? Absolutely. At least in this case, they're also actually doing KYC checks, or like know your client, know your customer, and AML, anti-money laundering compliance, just for the sake of like actually having their stuff offered here. Although you may not enjoy full anonymity during cryptocurrency transaction, Collect Trump Cards remains KYC compliant for the sake of protecting their users and complying with regulations. Oh, here it is.
I don't trust this for shit.
Are these going to be physical? No, they're strictly NFTs. They're intended to be collectible items for individual enjoyment only, not for investment vehicles. Please be aware that the price of NFTs are extremely volatile. Yeah, they almost always lose their value by 97%. We make absolutely no promises that the NFT
Why
will
would you
increase in
ever
value.
buy
They
an
maintain the
NFT?
same value.
Why would you
Yeah,
ever
you can
buy an
spend
NFT?
$99 and be left with 99 cents.
Why would you ever buy an NFT? Like, just don't. Just don't ever buy an NFT. Also, pardon me while I feed my cat. It's just such a bad idea. Like, it's so... Like, they're so fucking expensive, and they're so dumb. Like, what's the point? You have a JPEG, that you have a certificate that says that you own the JPEG, and it's on a server or something. Like, what the fuck does that... Like, what service does that provide you? Like, just, if you want something that bad, if you want something that bad, like, if you want to own the intellectual property to it, just get a copyright on it. Pay an artist to make you a piece of art that you own the copyright to, and then make that copyright something worth anything and sell the copyright. Why don't you just do this like normal fucking people? Normal heartless business people, rather than just going on this weird-ass fucking money laundering scheme that almost always ends up with you getting fucking screwed over. It's, like, so stupid. Like, I've never, I have, like, shirimasen! I have never known! I do not know!
What is the refund, Paul? All of the sales.
All sales are
completely
final. That's how you know
Get
this is a
outta here.
fucking scam. If a
This is
company has
insane.
all sales
Now,
are
personally, I wish
final,
I could
either you
probably
better
buy it.
be
This is the
buying
only NFT
like
I'd
something
actually
that
buy,
is
but
deeply
the reality
personal.
is I can't simply.
Like, here's the thing. If a company says, like, all sales are final, either A, you better be buying something that you're putting inside you, be that medical equipment or otherwise, or they're trying to, they are just, like, they are prepared for you to get pissed off. They are ready. They are ready for it. If it says all sales are final, whatever you are buying is gonna make you fucking mad. It's gonna make you mad. Don't fall for that shit unless it's something obvious, you know? Like if you're like buying, like, okay, we're gonna talk about a slightly adult topic. Sometimes people buy sex toys, right? Sometimes it happens. It's a thing. You can't return those. I'm sorry. You just can't. That would be horrible. Actually heinous. So don't expect to be able to return, like, if there's like an all sales are final on like something like that, or like if you're buying underwear or something, I get it. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Unless it's like a fit issue or something, like it doesn't fit you. As for like personal toys and stuff like that, I don't think you can refund those. Just, it's probably not gonna work. Don't try. But if it's like an NFT, if he's selling you a picture, he's selling a JPEG. He's selling a JPEG. A PNG at best. That's what he's selling. And he's saying all sales are final. He's ready for people to be fucking mad that they're spending $99 on a PNG. A PNG that's gonna lose 97% of its value.
Because you have to be a U.S. citizen to do so. So unfortunately, only my American friends were able to get a 45 branded NFT. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wild thing to indeed witness. I actually thought I was about to witness something like election related. I never in a million years kind of expected this to be an NFT of all things.
It's so
we
ridiculous.
Joked about it, but at the end of the day, I never expected it to be Trump making
It's
his own
so
NFTs.
ridiculous.
The reality is, this is in fact true.
I hate the world we
Trump
live
is
in.
trying to subsidize some level of profits by selling NFTs for $99.
Can you imagine?
Again, if you feel like minting Donald Trump in the Wild West as an NFT, even though the NFT hype has died, well, the option is present right here. I have never seen a bigger fall from grace ever. From president to NFT hustler. What a wild goddamn day indeed. I can't wait for the next, I can't wait like 2 weeks down the road, 3 weeks down the road, when the value for these things drop like 98%.
It's gonna go in the trash. It's gonna go in the fucking trash. Those things are gonna be worth $1.
My NFT trading card of 45 is worth $1. But then again, I would assume because of the sheer absurdity of
Most
it, you
Magic
can't just straight
cards
up
aren't
skyrocket
worth
in price.
25
Just
cents.
because this isn't a joke. This is the actual former U.S. president now stealing NFT.
The most pathetic
Wild day indeed.
former U.S.
Ladies and
president.
gentlemen, I think before we end, you might be like, Mudo, what is your opinion on buying it? Honestly, I would stick my cock in a sharpener before I would
Same.
ever think of buying an NFT from 45.
I mean, if I
That
had one,
might
but
be one of the dumbest ideas to exist. Honestly, buying NFTs might just be one of the stupidest things imaginable. I would rather
yeah, like
take
this whole
all
thing is so
cable
stupid.
and light it on fire, because that's exactly what you're doing with your money buying any of this
Yeah.
crap shit. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it, I am out.
Fuck, I was doing good until I wasn't. Alright, so that was one of Mudahar's most recent videos. I wanted to watch it on stream because I thought it was really funny. Honestly, just such a pathetic look for Trump. Like, such a genuinely fucking pathetic look. And I've honestly, like, I think that he's an in general fucking pathetic person. But yeah, that was Mudahar's video. Let me link it because I do not want to. I don't think I can steal comments, not comments, content or whatever. But yeah, so why is my history not? That's so annoying. Give me a second. Oh gosh. Give me just a moment. I had to cough a bit. Oh gosh, I don't know why I've just been coughing randomly. Okay, so here's the link to the video. Go throw Muda a like, a subscribe, all that. And I'm actually going to throw y'all over to the intermission stream because I have been streaming for 2 hours and I'm tired. And when we come back, like I'm just gonna, do human things. But when we come back, we will be playing Hollow Knight. So let me quickly change the stream info. Alright, we're gonna switch the category, but I'm gonna switch over to the Starting Soon stream first. And here we go. We'll come back to more React content soon. Probably not gonna get through everything that I looked up, but I just had a lot more to say about that Illuminati video than I thought I would. And I really just didn't want to be like ripping content and just like sitting there and not saying anything, because I know that I would be bothered if somebody did that to my content. So we're changing the category to... Oh right, I forgot to change the name. My bad. Alright, so the stream should have the right name, ideally, and I'm going to leave y'all with some music while I go do human things. So stay tuned. Alrighty, and we're back. So I'm gonna switch back over to the screen. And just gonna close this. Alrighty. Oh gosh. Sorry for the delay, chat. I got a little drunk last night. And, you know, alcohol just always fucking kills my organs. Just, makes me feel like shit. Don't fucking drink. I don't, like, not even if you're, like, underage. Just, like, don't drink in general. It's just not fun. You just feel like shit, man. Alright, but anyway. So, I saw this, and I thought it was funny, and I wanted to react with y'all, and check it out.
In the back.
Yeah, we were just wondering. Do you know who else's C equals 8?
Well, actually, yes, I do. It's my mom.
Indeed it is his
There are
mom.
many mysteries in the universe, and many mysteries that encircle Muscle Man.
I just want to
Is
understand
he
this.
Why does he keep the name without the muscles? And
To be
why
fair,
does
he's
he
probably
think
got
saying,
muscles.
My mom is such a great insult. Today, let's take a scientific dive into what makes the insult, my mom, the ultimate insult.
Yeah, like what?
First,
Why?
we'll look at the element of surprise. Second,
Indeed,
we'll
it's
look at
surprising.
effects of self-deprecating humor.
Okay.
And third, why is it better than saying your mom?
I want to know all of these things.
First, the element of surprise is a powerful tool when trying to conquer an enemy, and averting expectations on what.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Firsthand, I have experienced this. Once upon a time, I was in a high school fencing club. We had to call it a club because if it was a team, there would have been like I think they would have like need to pay a coach or something. And I was. So I eventually came to be the captain of the Saber division of the fencing team, mainly because nobody else wanted to. And then there was like this kid, a friend of mine, who was like really good with epee, and he was like the captain. He was the captain of the epee sort of like division of the club, as much as you can have captains without having like an actual sports team. And he was really good. And the thing about the Sabres was that we weren't really good enough to actually pose too much of a challenge to him, so he made it a point to beat every one of us at least once. And I wasn't great at fencing, so he beat me quite a few times. Totally forgot where I was going with this. What did he say? Oh, right, element of surprise. I remember entirely. So one time, I was sick of fucking losing to this dude, because he was really good. And, like, fighting against somebody who's really good when you are not really good makes it so that you get kind of fucking sick of losing. So, instead of, like, you know, in fencing, you're supposed to, like, have your feet at sort of, like, a T angle to each other, such that, you know, you have a well-squared stance, and, you know, you can't be, like, knocked over, and like, you can move from, like, every sort of stepping, you know, like, you can manage your footwork. But instead of doing that, I like, fucking did some wild-ass, like, lurching crane, standing on one foot, holding my saber out in front of me, fucking ridiculousness. And it threw the person in, like, who I was fighting off so much that I won. And it was hilarious.
People expect.
It never worked again.
That's exactly what happens when you use the powerful insult of my mom. Most people
Exactly.
expect a mom joke, but they expect it to be a joke about their own mothers.
Ouch.
In the case of Muscle Man, that'll never happen. Scientifically, what happens to our brain when we're surprised? This type of surprise won't necessarily cause a fight or flight response in your brain, but it's possible that some might get defensive or afraid of my mom jokes. Everybody's different. According to Scientific American, our brain may be primed to pay extra attention when we are surprised. In a recent Nature study, researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology found evidence that a hormone, noradrenaline, alters brain activity and an animal's subsequent behavior in these startling moments. So, it's possible the surprise of the sweet burn of hearing "my mom" might actually cause your opponent or friend to enter into a period of extra paying attention-ness.
To what? Paying attention to what? What does he need to pay attention to?
What self-deprecating humor does to the brain.
Makes you sad.
Making fun of yourself or your situation is a magical tool in the tool belt of life. In some circumstances, people use it as a coping mechanism to deal with a situation or to break the ice and allow for
I can't really relate to the whole self-deprecating humor thing anymore. I'm just like literally fantastic, so...
Behavior Research Center, or CIMCYC.
That's not to say I don't think that other people are fantastic. I just know that I'm fucking amazing.
Have established that individuals who frequently use self-defeating humor aimed at gaining the approval of others through self-mockery exhibit greater levels of psychological well-being.
Are you sure?
It seems Muscle Man knew the power of his "my mom" jokes has multiple effects.
I don't agree. Like, all the people that I have, like, known who have engaged excessively in self-deprecating humor have, like, just been some of the most, like, miserably dysfunctional people to be around.
Movies, TV shows, music, and friends from all parts of the globe over several decades have used the old faithful "your mom" joke with great success. But why should "my mom" take the #1 spot? The two reasons that we just went over are a great start and should be evidence enough that saying "my mom" is king.
I mean, my mom is hilarious.
Your mom jokes could be reaching a level of overuse. Saying your dad jokes are funny.
My real life mom is wonderful, but
they'll ever reach the success of your mom jokes. Yes, you could use several other family members after saying your
on, I guess.
have found
Not everybody has an on.
success. Remakes of movies can suck, but every once in a while they can surprise you and
I hate this
overtake
fucking guy.
the success of their predecessor. From now on, I recommend that "my mom" be a staple in your insult dictionary. It'll make you seem more intelligent with the element of surprise. It'll make you feel better on the inside making fun of yourself, but mostly your mom.
I mean...
And it'll start a new fad for centuries to come. We should all take a moment to thank Mitch, aka Muscle Man.
His name is Mitch?
Thank you, Muscle Man.
He's named Mitch? What the fuck? Why is it still doing autoplay? I don't understand. I thought I turned that off.
Of surprise.
Okay, so that was Nate Sanders. Oh wait, it doesn't work on the fucking thing. Hold on. So that was Nate Sanders' regular show theory. Why saying "my mom" is scientifically the best insult. I don't know if I agree with every point, mainly just because the practice that I take with the whole "my mom" jokes is that my siblings and I will just say really nice things, like, you know who else is super amazing and awesome? My mom! Like, we just kind of turned it into a wholesome thing. But I think that was a really funny video. I didn't really have as much to react about it. But let's copy that in the chat, because I like to copy it into the chat every time we go over a video. So go over there, send some likes, send some love. Tell them that they are beautiful and that I love them. I don't really have anything to comment on this video in terms of like the comment section, but you know. There we go. Now this is what I've been meaning to cover, mainly because the most watched clip on my channel is of me making fun of Elon Musk. Because I think that Elon Musk is genuinely genuinely a fucking loser. Like, he's always just been a genuine fucking loser, if I'm being real. Like, always, like, kind of pathetic, really, really reaching for, like, mass amounts of approval, fucking it up really bad, not, like, actually just reinventing dumb shit. Like, oh, hey, what if we had a streetcar or subway, but we made it suck? And, like, that's just always what he's done. And now he's, like, just scaled it way the fuck up to Twitter, and he's just been like, oh, what if I bought Twitter and then made it suck? So, I want to watch at least part of this, because, I think that Elon Musk is a fucking idiot, and I think that it's very funny to watch him fail. So, here we go. I also think that Dave Chappelle is a fucking loser.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the richest man in the world.
Ooh, the richest man in the world. oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. What? Hold on. Not on, okay. Okay, not only did he immediately start getting booed. Fucking immediately. Like, immediately the crowd's like, fuck you, Elon, you suck, boo! But he, like, lifts up his hands, he's expecting, like, a fucking standing ovation, because he's, like, the tech genius baby boy Tony Stark cosplayer. But then, like, he just fucking immediately puts his hands down. Immediately puts his hands down, timid little wave, like, oh, hi, guys, oh, what do I do? It's, like, so fucking funny. It is so funny. He thinks he's Rick, but he's fucking Morty. That is so funny. That is the saddest thing I think I've ever seen. Like, Elon Musk and Kanye West are, like, the two most fucking divorced men on the planet. Like, they are the most divorced. Like, the most devastated. Like, they were in the wrong, and they fucking just screwed their public perception over so bad. Like, they weren't content to just, like, fall from grace a little bit. They weren't content to look a little silly. They both had to just eat shit on the world stage over and over and over again. It's like a shit buffet for them. They can't help it. They just keep going back for seconds. They need more. My God, they just cannot stop embarrassing themselves. And it is so funny. It is so funny. It's almost sad. And, like, the only fucking, like, thing that isn't great about it is that, like, all of their fucking bullshit and embarrassment seems to do nothing but, like, embolden the shit-eating right. Because, like, that's what the right does, too. And it's so funny to see, like, just the falseness of, like, wokeness and all that shit, because, like, for a while everybody just, like, pretended like Elon and Ye were, like, fucking members of some kind of, like, progressive community. Like, there's always been sort of, like, the cultural idea or whatever that they're at least kind of, you know, left-leaning, until, like, a couple years ago when they started eating shit. When they started just, like, revealing that they're a bunch of piece of shit billionaire capitalists, and they're just, like, horrible people. and they've just screwed themselves over. And like, it's so funny, but it would be so nice if they weren't also screwing so many other people over. However, let's continue to revel in Elon Musk fucking embarrassing himself, because this is hilarious. I love this. Baby sad. I'm not even mad I died. This is so funny. Oh my god. Eat shit. This is so funny. He's like waving his arm, like trying to get people to start cheering. That's booze, my dude. Dave, you're such a loser too. You got booed for being a transphobe, and then you, like, went off the deep end. Like, you're both such sad, sad men. Such sad men. Like, Dave Chappelle is just the archetypical comedian who got booed and just, like, cannot handle it. Like, people stopped liking what he had to say, and he was like, you're all woke. This is so sad. This is so sad and so funny. Is he gonna raise his arm again? Is he gonna try to get them to cheer again? What's he gotta say? What's David Chappelle gotta say? Come on, Davey.
Tough on the head, I sounds like. But you notice one thing, all those people are booing, and I'm just pointing out the obvious. The internal seats.
Oh my god, Big Bird! Big Bird from Chappelle! All the people are booing, oh, they're poor! Oh my god, that's so weak! That is so weak! That's the weakest shit I've ever heard! That's so weak! That's so embarrassing! Imagine! Oh man! Imagine you're in a room full of people. A room full of people who paid to come and see you. And they start booing you for bringing Musk on stage. Not only, like, they started booing Musk. He didn't even have to eat shit with him. My gods. He could have, like, started roasting. He could have, like, played it along. You know, he could have been an entertainer, but no. He had to go in and start making fun of the poor people in his own audience. That's so sad. That is so sad. I'm a devastatingly insecure person, let's be real, but I am not that insecure. Never that insecure. Like, man, there are days where I'm, like, fucking nervous to leave the house, I'm honest. I won't lie, I do have a little bit of agoraphobia. It happens, I'm working on it. But damn, I have never been that insecure. Never, never, never. Absolutely never. Like, never insecure enough to look for approval from Musk. And then, like, go and make fun of somebody for their income because they don't like somebody who's rich. That's just so sad. It's, like, so funny and so sad. Oh, wow. Oh, they couldn't afford the bougie front row seats. They couldn't afford the expensive chairs. My gods. Dude, you're so sad. Chappelle, you are so sad. You could have just let Musk be pathetic by himself, but you had to jump in front of the bullets. You had to do it. You really did. That's not making him more endearing to the audience. That doesn't make him look better. You're making him look worse. That's why he's being booed. God. Oh my God. That nervous laugh. Oh. This is so sad. This is so sad. This is so sad and so funny. It's hilarious. I'm always right about these fucking people.
The first comedy club on Mars. That should be mine.
Oh my god. No, don't throw your lot in with him. Dude. Dude. Do you, like, my guys, living in space, as our current technology is, that's not gonna be enjoyable. It's not gonna be glamorous. You're not gonna be the cat at the end of fucking Love, Death, and Robots sipping a mojito on the deserts of Mars. Like, do y'all know, like what it's like to fucking... I've never been in space. Okay, obviously. I feel like that doesn't need saying. You know, there would probably be some more of a public record thing about it. You know, youngest non-binary astronaut or something. But, like... And also, I don't know, it's probably some, like, weird conspiracy fear-mongering. But, like, when you're in space, you gotta poop in a vacuum. And I don't mean the vacuum of space. Like, the toilets have a vacuum on them. They suction your asshole. Like, I don't know about Mars, but there's, like, no running water, like, barely any atmosphere. Like, it's not a glamorous, like, place to be. It's not gonna be, like, this, like, you're not gonna, like, have these comedy clubs on Mars. Like, it's just not how it's gonna be. Come on, why isn't it playing? Damn it. Did he just make a D's Nuts joke? Did he just make a D's Nuts joke? What? Oh my god. Ooh. What should I say? What should I say? Oh my god. This guy is supposed to be like fucking Tony Stark or some shit. He's supposed to be the tech billionaire, fucking, you know, big boy. And he's like, what do I say? What do I say? He didn't take any media training classes before this. He didn't have a coach. Nothing. He didn't practice. What do I say? Like, dude, my dude. How do you fuck up Twitter that bad? How do you fuck up Twitter as bad as you have, and then not expect the next live event you go to feature in to boo the fuck out of you, dude? Oh gosh, he's just so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Pending civil unrest. What the fuck? Oh, shut the fuck up with your booze. Shut the fuck up with your booze. What the fuck? So pathetic. Oh, do you? Do you? Oh my gosh, that's so pathetic. Peace and the joy of being free. Not a minute after he was making fun of people for not being able to afford his expensive-ass front row seats. Peace and the joy of being free. After making fun of people for not having the freedom to sit in the front row because he priced them out of it. the fuck?
Wow, guys, that's Elon Musk.
Okay, is that like a react now? Okay, well, yeah, I died. But oh my gods. Oh my gods. That's so sad. I can't imagine. I can't imagine getting up on stream like for this and like taking pot shots at chat for like I don't even know. Like, I literally tell y'all like not to buy my shit if it's gonna put y'all under, like if it's gonna harm you. Like, I cannot imagine getting up on chat and being like, oh, you people criticizing me, I can't imagine, like, you know, I just want to say none of you have been browsing my shop, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Wow. Oh, man. Those are grown adults. Oh, that was sad. That was sad. Is there more? Hold on. Oh. Okay, I think he's just gonna like say something, so.
Being booed for almost 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes of booing. That's so funny.
In San Francisco.
Yeah? Okay. Oh gosh, there's more. There's more.
The first thing I wanted to say about this is that people say comedy is about taking risks, right? And what I find fascinating about this clip
Such a bad
is that
risk.
Dave Chappelle takes a risk, he brings Elon Musk on stage, the audience boo, Dave Chappelle riffs off that. But also, you'll notice, this is how he closed his show. This was the final part of his show last night.
That was the last part? Oh, by the way, I'm linking this so that y'all can go to the video and send support. Why doesn't copy paste work on desktop? That's so annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna link this in the chat so that y'all can send support. But oh my god, just astounding, astoundingly embarrassing. Like, he closed his show on that. That is so sad. That is so funny and so sad. Oh gods, hilarious. Hilarious. Gee. Alright, we're gonna copy the link, we're gonna throw it in chat. I don't know why it won't let me do it on desktop. Something's wacky about that. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna keep watching.
Booing, he says, "Thank you, San Francisco. Good night." And that's how you
Thank you, San Francisco. Good night.
When we talk about
oh, wow.
in the comedy show, it's not like on a high. It's not like with a
pathetic
massive joke reveal at the end against the audience just howling with laughter and standing on their feet. It's basically him saying, "I brought this guy on. You don't like him. You're booing him. Good night."
Exactly.
Wow,
wow.
That says a lot about the risks Dave Chappelle's willing to take.
Thank you very much, San Francisco. No city on earth has ever been kinder.
Oh my gods.
Like you. Good night.
Now, there are a lot of people on Twitter
wow.
who Dave Chappelle for doing this, because they're effectively saying that Elon Musk, through his actions to do with Twitter, is effectively giving the likes of white supremacy a free pass to do whatever it wants.
I mean,
We're
yeah.
not going to handcuff the racists anymore on Twitter because that's freedom of speech.
Exactly. Like, it's ridiculous. People don't like that.
Through the site, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And people are saying, "Well, why is Dave Chappelle supporting a man who does this?" And yeah, I think that is.
It's because of the fucking trans derangement. It's because of trans derangement. It's because Dave Chappelle made fun of trans people, and people didn't like it. They were like, "Yo, your argument fucking sucks. Your jokes suck. They're not funny. You are just further marginalizing a group of people who already face, like, discrimination and, like, relentless hate mongering." And like, you literally said you're on Team TERF. And people didn't like that. And they booed you. And then you went back to your high school and tried to and like held a captive audience of kids, took their cell phones, asked them if you were funny, and they said no. And when they said no, you threw a bigger tantrum. Like, Dave Chappelle is like the most pathetic comedian I've ever encountered. Like, for real. Like, so fucking, like, damn. Dave Chappelle is famous and Mitch Hedberg is dead. That's the world we live in. Fucking fantastic. Amazing. Great.
It's a fair point. I think that's a pretty salient point to make. I'm not quite sure how deep it's going to get with Twitter, because certainly in this country, in the UK, if you write an overtly racist tweet, I do believe you can be prosecuted under certain laws within our judicial system. I don't know if it's the same in America, but I think...
I mean, actually, I don't think that, like...
And people can say things
it's a
that are
complex...
not very nice, but I do think that it crosses a certain line. They should have to face the penalty of law.
Exactly. Like, planning and incitements to violence should be, like, subject to prosecution. You know, like, there have been people on Twitter that for a long time, like, actually have just been, like, planning attacks on trans people and like, LGBT, like, teachers and stuff. Just out in the open, like, saying the most deranged, terrifying shit. And, like, just as Twitter started moderating it, just as it started, you know, like, fucking getting, you know, some kind of you know, it was getting some kind of better, Elon Musk buys the platform and just fucks it all over. Like, he's such a dumbass, and, like, he's so clearly, like, a nasty right-wing fucking chud, and a loser. Elon Musk is a fucking loser. I've been saying this for years. Like, giga loser. Like, oh gosh. Grimes divorced him, and, like, he was stupid before that, but that probably just fucking pushed him over the edge or something. Like, I don't know. Fuck. Cheers and booze. That was booze, dude!
But if there's one takeaway from
more
this
booze than a fucking bar!
Don't
Oh!
like Elon Musk. So, the chances of Elon Musk are going on tour with
More
Dave
booze than a bar on the 4th of July!
I think Dave Chappelle should stick to perhaps going on tour with the likes of his comedy bands, rather than Elon Musk.
Maybe Dave Chappelle should just,
it's quite
like,
astounding, really. I mean, that's like...
consider
normally when that kind of thing
retirement.
happens, if the booing like that with such a large crowd, that's normally time to get off stage before they start throwing stuff.
That's usually time to just, like, stop doing performances.
Oh, man.
Like, that's the point where you're just like, yep. That's the career. That's it. Like, damn. Those people paid to see you, dude, and then you made fun of their income, and then you were like, oh, good night. Like, that's so sad. That's such a sad look. Like, so genuinely pathetic. Like, I said a thing. I said, like, all humans are beautiful. And to an extent, I believe that. Because this was beautifully stupid. This was beautifully embarrassing. This was... oh, this is like... it's like soul crack. Like... they paid to see him. And they effectively booed him off stage. Like, the performance was ending anyway, but, like, they fucking booed him off stage. Like, he was like, alright, good night, San Francisco, and it's like, wow. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so funny. Sheesh. Anyway, link in the chat. Go check that out. Send some love. Really, really... oh gosh, that's funny. Oh man. Okay, so... I think I'm about, about tired out. We've been, it's almost 3 o'clock. Been streaming for, almost an even 3 hours, I think. Wow. could have sworn it's been at least a little bit longer. But anyway, I think that we've like checked out a lot of cool stuff, seen a lot of interesting things. Hopefully, either tomorrow or the next day, because you know how I am. I kind of float in and out, and like I'm here one day, gone the next. You know, sorry for being a little bit inconsistent. I'm trying to get a better schedule put together, but yeah, you know, just working on it. Trying to get a schedule, get it better. But I think that doing segments has helped a little bit. You know, just because it's been like fun to like talk about things and have something to like, you know, do and discuss. And you know, so I think, you know, I think that since Dave Chappelle ended his performance getting BTFO'd, I'm gonna end my stream after him getting BTFO'd, because that's so funny. It's so genuinely funny. Like, oh my gods, I cannot believe like you could be that fucking it's just hysterical. Well, anyway, that has been today's stream. Let me just link my Redbubble account, because, you know, anybody who criticizes me, if you didn't spend money on my Redbubble account, your criticisms are invalid because you're poor. Oh my gods. Okay, but anyway, nah, for real. If you have anything to spare and you see anything on my shop that you like, feel free to like pick it up. You know, I put, you know, some a bit of work into these, and I'm planning to add more, so check it out. So let me copy that link and throw that in the chat. Here's my Redbubble. You can get t-shirts, scarves, mugs, stickers, canteens, duvets, shower curtains, dresses, different types of t-shirts, lots of different stuff. Go check it out. It's really cool. I'm very proud of the designs that I've made, and I plan on adding more soon. I just gotta, you know, handle a couple other things and then take some time off to draw. I want to add another centipede design, and then like a honeybee design, spider design, a moth design, lots of fun stuff. Hopefully it'll be a good time. But anyway, I'm going to raid out to Cinnamons, because he's still going. We're gonna raid out to Cinnamons. Now, here's the thing. I know that I got a little bit political on my stream. Please do not carry that energy into other streams unless that is particularly a political stream. Remember, not everybody wants to talk about it, but, you know, I do like to rib on Elon Musk a lot and also talk about pollution and whatnot. So, we're gonna raid on over to Cinnamons. So, give me just a moment to put the command in. Raid at Cinnamons. I think that that's how you spell it. Do I need a capital in there? I'm gonna fucking get rid of my... Yeah, I gotta put capitals in. Alright, so we're gonna raid out to Cinnamons in just a moment after I figure out how not to be a dum-dum. Raid? Fuck, is there an underscore? Does he have an underscore? No, he doesn't. No, that was someone else. Commentator has an underscore. Check out Commentator too. He's fucking dope. But anyway,